When I first came here, I saw wheelchairs with people in them. Now I see people who happen to be in wheelchairs.
In 1881, when the cost of health care was just $14 a week, the Boston home had a modest beginning in a small house. There were only 9 residents battling incurable diseases. An early mission statement is still relevant. We aim to lighten the pathway which the residents tread. Today, thanks to a dedicated board, the Boston home remains just that, a home for 96 people, providing high-quality care in a lively atmosphere. Most of those who live here are in the prime of life. In fact, the average age is just 54. Despite their relative youth, they all struggle with progressive neurological diseases, mostly multiple sclerosis, commonly known as MS. For many, even plucking a grape off a stem is a nearly impossible task. Unfortunately, illnesses of this sort often strike with no warning.
I had just graduated from high school, and 2 months later I went into college, and I was in a dormitory, and 3.5 weeks later I woke up and my whole right side was all tingling across the tops of my feet, and I don't know where I was, of course. And so that was the beginning.
Annie Duncan is referring to the beginning of MS, which has paralyzed her legs but not her spirit. It took her 20 years, but she eventually earned a college degree. She also raised 3 children and pursued a career in social work. For her, the Boston home is like a small town.
The typical day as I greeted in the morning, it's really neat because the people that work here, the aides, nurses, assistants, and that, they're all like really up, and I appreciate that very much. I don't have to worry anymore, and I challenge you to find some places like that.
Edelweiss, Edelweiss.
Resident Jane Frieden describes herself as a musician and a mother, first of all. After a happy childhood in Massachusetts, she too was suddenly stricken by MS in her freshman year of college. The disease went into remission for 9 years, and during that time, Jane worked as a school teacher. But it flared up again after the birth of her second child.
But this is really a home.
Resident Duncan Morrison used to be a truck driver until MS cut his career short.
I go to get up in the truck, and one leg would go up so high and the other wouldn't go any further. So there I am, halfway in the truck, halfway out. And you know there's something wrong, but what? Frightening, really. But once you learn what it is, and it's bad enough, but it could be worse.
Duncan still likes to be on the open road, but 20 years of MS have left him a quadriplegic, so now he drives a breath-activated wheelchair. Duncan's room is a great example of the technology that distinguishes the Boston home.
Head down.
He has a voice-activated system that controls his bed, television, and computer.
Stop.
In fact, technology can be found almost everywhere you look. We boast a state-of-the-art computer room we call the Cyber Cafe, where residents can send and receive emails thanks to voice recognition software.
Furniture. Period.
We're gonna have a guessing game.
Freedom of speech. With new voice augmentation technology, many residents can find their voices once again. Using a mouthpiece connected to a computer or a keyboard, they enter comments that the software speaks out loud.
Is it pizza?
Pizza? No, not pizza.
Residents can even take pictures of the beautiful scenery at the Boston home, using digital cameras with special hookups that give free rein to their creativity. In many ways, the technology begins with the chairs themselves. Most are equipped with radio transmitters made by a company called AWID. These devices open outside doors and elevator doors automatically. The chairs cost as much as $30,000, and maintaining them is no easy task. Enter Don Fredette, a mechanical guru on staff who retrofits and repairs them, often in a matter of hours or even minutes.
I joke, I call them, we make Franken chairs, because we often will take a base and put a different seating system on it, and put different supports and devices on that chair that make it work for that individual. It's a very gratifying job, because almost daily I'm told how much they appreciate having me around, because they don't have to wait.
What's more, each room is equipped with a lift, making transfers from chair to bed and back much easier. In the physical therapy center, the staff helps residents stretch or even stand up.
So skinny, you have to crank it so far.
And in the bathing room, they can soothe aching muscles afterwards. The range of activities is just as impressive as the technology. Gardening classes, bridge games. How does this all happen? A talented staff of some 200 people, starting with Director of Nursing, Cindy Walsh.
How much of a hurry are you for that? I was thinking the same thing when Jane said it. Because what would have happened is that you're stronger than you look, you know that? Muscle man.
Job satisfaction is extremely high.
You have to have love, compassion to do a job like this, you know.
We should treat them with love, give them this hope, the hope that they have lost.
For me, when I'm working here, it's like I'm home. All the residents is like your friend.
With the new Be Fit program, we're reaching beyond our doors to offer daily exercise, support, and education to outpatients, many of whom would otherwise be isolated in their home. Taking advantage of our staff's unparalleled experience, we recently created the Boston Home Institute. In conjunction with other experts in the field, we are developing best practices guidelines and sharing this knowledge with clinicians around the globe. The Institute will focus on research, training, and advocacy. The Boston Home also offers a spirituality and wellness program run by a charismatic nun by the name of Bridget Haas.
It's just really inspiring to see the power of the human spirit and to see what people can be called to when their bodies no longer work. We are more than our bodies.
For CEO Marva Sorotkin, the home is all about the residents.
For our residents, it's much about decisions that they can make and to have choices through your day, what your interests are, who your friends are, to meet the needs that you have at any particular time and any particular day, and to include families as well, because families are very much part of our residents' lives, and we want those relationships to continue and to be nourished over time.
Hope. That's what we offer at the Boston Home, a place where residents mired in the shadows of debilitating diseases can move into the light, where natural beauty provides a warm backdrop that mirrors the warmth of the care, where a spirit buffeted about by unfriendly winds can find peace. The Boston Home truly is a home.